Well, everyone, it's Tuesday, June the 10th, 2025. I'm Doug. It's time once again to play some Wordle. Today, longtime watcher of the channel, Randy Atwood writes in, seems appropriate to start with PayPal. And you know, that is appropriate. Now, I touched on this in the recent episode of Doug Reacts that I occasionally do from time to time. But for those who didn't see that, an interesting piece of trivia came out. Of course, recently the world has seen a new Pope. Pope Leo XIV has been elected Pope. And it turned out as the media was just kind of getting to know a little bit more about the new Pope, it turned out that His Holiness plays Wordle on a daily basis. So, you know, look, here's the thing. I suppose there's a non-zero chance that the Pope watches this channel. And if that's the case, Your Holiness, I hope you enjoy the proceedings. And there you go. I hope I've done a good job entertaining. But nonetheless, in honor of Pope Leo XIV, let's go with the word papal today and see what we get. Okay, all right, so we got some good information actually here. We have a letter A in position, which is great, and of course that bonus knowledge that there will not be more than one A in this word. So, okay, that gets us a little bit of good stuff to work with here. So now, like yesterday, I was open to looking at a second vowel in the puzzle, and I was rewarded for doing that. So I feel like maybe I'll try the same approach here. There's a number of different ways I think we can go here. Maybe another letter O. How about the word baton? Baton will get me an O and also three fantastic consonants to pair with the A, so that seems like that might be an interesting approach to take here. I think I've talked myself into it. All right, let's go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, is the answer to today's puzzle the word baton? No, it's not. Okay, but a little more info here, getting it a little bit each guess. We have a letter T out of position. That T could be, you know, yes, first, fourth, or fifth. You can make cases for pretty much all of those locations. I wonder if maybe we'll try a visualization with a T at the end first here. And so then the thing I'm looking at here, and we've ruled out the O, obviously. So we potentially have an E, U, or an I. I wonder if the E could be a player here. Is it possible? Oh, you know what? Let's move that T over to the fourth spot, because then you can put the E at the end. Now, here's something that you have that's going to be interesting. The word haste. Now, if we get to A-S-T-E, you have haste, taste, because we haven't ruled out two T's. Paste. No. Paste is out. Based is out. So it'd be haste and taste, but still interesting in terms of position information. So I think that maybe that might make some sense here. The H and the S, of course, and the E, good letters to accompany the A and the T. You never know. We could get lucky here. Let's find out. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word haste? No, it's not. And oh, wow, we did not get new information after all. All right. So now, not thrilled with where we're at, because we still know where the T is on the fourth guess. Now, here's something that we can do. I'm debating internally if it's a good idea or not. We could guarantee that we know where the T is if we put the T in the first and the last position. So what would be a way to do that? Well, tacit would be a possibility. We'd also, of course, exercise the C and the I. You never know. It wouldn't be bad, obviously, if we got some knowledge there. But with tacit, the good news here is we're guaranteed to know where the T is, or if there's more than one, it could be tacit. The bad news is we only have two guesses left. And that kind of maybe makes me a little bit nervous. I was going to say, no, taunt doesn't work because we tested the N. See, that seems to be the thing. Tacit is actually pretty interesting, is a guess here. We've used a lot of really quality, we've ruled out like the S, the N. I don't feel great about the R, if we're being honest about it. I've got a weird feeling the R isn't a player here. So while maybe a little bit risky, I might live to regret this. I think I'm going to go with tacit on the fourth guess for the guaranteed knowledge I do get, and maybe we get really lucky. So let's see where we're going to go with this. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word tacit? No, it's not. But we do have the T position now. There's only one T. We get that too. So we've also ruled out second I, O, E, I. The only other possibility for vowel U, there could be a Y in here. But the problem with that is, presumably it would be at the end. Taffy? I suppose taffy is a possibility here. So the Y would be at the end, and it would most likely be a single consonant repeated. Tangy is out because of the N. So the TAU situation, we're not going to have TA blank U. I don't see any possibilities there. No, I do not. I'm really not feeling. So TAU blank blank. It can't be taunt because we only have one T. And when you take the other T out of the equation, TAU again, it doesn't look promising. It really doesn't look promising. Tardy is actually a possibility here, isn't it? So taffy and tardy. But tardy, of course, look at that, taking the R and the D in here. Again, we're really down to the nitty-gritty here, right? So if we presume the Y is going to be there in the end, we're at tardy, taffy. Oh boy, I hope I'm not missing obvious. You're not going to have a double T, not going to have a double A. You're not going to have two Ys. So tardy, taffy. Talkie is out because the L and papal. So I'm hoping that I'm right about the Y and that it's not more than two possibilities. Because we'll be at the sixth guess. There's no, even if we wanted to, there's no room for eval here. Oh boy. So this is definitely a tough spot here. I don't feel like I'm going to be wrong by going with tardy. I don't think it's a bad idea. But I think it's what we have to do. All right, nervousness elevating. Fifth guess, going with tardy. Ladies and gentlemen, is the answer to today's puzzle the word tardy? No, it's not, but there's the Y. R and D both out. Okay, so I think we have to go here with taffy. I don't see, very nerve-wracking here because I don't see other possibilities here. Taggy isn't a word, right? I don't think so. T-A-G-G-Y, that's not a word. Tammy is a name. That is a proper name, so that wouldn't be a possibility. So taffy, I think, I can't see how I can go anywhere else here. Wow. Well, if the Pope is watching, I hope I don't embarrass myself. But I think that this is all I can do here on our last guess is taffy. So, with extreme nervousness now, I will ask, with our streak on the line, is the answer to today's puzzle the word taffy? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Exhale. Wow. All right. Taffy and 6. I mean, I was thinking Taffy by the 5th, but Tardy was such a better guess in terms of letters. There you go. That's all I can say. A real nail biter there. Taffy and 6. So there you go. I guess that's why you want to watch each day. You never know what's going to happen. That was a tough one, down to the wire. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Tomorrow is Wednesday, by the way. And we are going to start with the word ounce, O-U-N-C-E. So as always, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for some more Wordle.